Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This video is going to be very useful if you are an aspiring data scientist or seeking promotion in data science managerial position. As this title clearly mentions, I will share a lot of information about the interview questions and answers from the recent interview that I attended personally. This was the first round interview, so the questions that we are going to discuss can be used across all data scientist level. I did attend the interview even till the last round. However, I'm going to share the further details only in future. The interview is from one of the top financial companies. For security and integrity reason, I cannot reveal company's name here directly, but here is a hint for you. This is a credit card company with a unique business model where the company targets only premium customers and has major revenue coming from discount business. Have you guessed it? If yes, please leave a comment. I will like the comment with the correct name. Let me clarify, the purpose of sharing the take-home test on this platform is only for education purpose. Now, let's jump to the agenda list. In this video, I will discuss the test format, time allocated to complete this task, the data sets provided by the interviewer. There were multiple CSV files that I received along with the question sets. I will further discuss the approach that I used to complete the task. The entire coding was done in Python using Pandas framework. Matplotlib and Seaborn were used for data visualization. I will further share the code as a bonus if this video gets 500 likes and 100 comments. We are now good to go with the first agenda. Let me walk you through the overall format before going in details too for our better understanding. The take-home test has two questions. There was an instruction file which explained what to do in details for each of these questions. I will discuss them in detail in the upcoming slides. The important thing that I want to highlight is that the first question had four tasks and the second question, which did not have subtasks but itself was a very big question. In the instruction file, expectation from each task and overall from each questions were clearly mentioned. So in total, I had received one instruction file and 3 to 4 data sets in CSV format. For the first question, there were four tasks and two data sets were provided. In the first task, the instructions said to do data cleaning. There were clearly requirements to look for inconsistencies, duplicates, missing values, and errors in the dataset. In the second task, it was asked to group the account IDs into segments. Account ID was one of the columns in the file provided, and how many segments and which column will form the basis of the segments was not given. It was on the candidate to choose the appropriate column based on analysis outcome. In the third task, it was asked to elaborate approach used and discuss findings. Explain which column was used for segment level grouping, how many groups are formed based on the segment chosen, etc. This question was more theoretical. In the last task and the fourth task, it was asked to aggregate score at a region level. The region field was one of the columns in the dataset. The score is decided based on the segment chosen. So basically, this task result depends on the activities and the tasks 1, 2, and 3 discussed above. Now, let's discuss question 2. In this question, the instructions said to build a predictive machine learning model using datasets provided specific to these questions. There were two CSV files. One file had training data and the other file had the test data. But the question had a trick. It was not specified whether to build a classification or the regression model on the dataset. If this information was clear, the question would have been easy to complete in lesser time by using the existing models package, but this was not the case. Additionally, the problem was going to be tricky because there were many challenges in the data sets. The first challenge in the training set was that it had only 406 records and 7 columns excluding target variable. In total, I had received 8 columns in the file. This is such a small data sets. There are several and lot of disadvantages working with small data sets. Feel free to leave a comment. One of the key challenges working with a small data sets for training. This is one of the favorite interview questions. The second challenge is that the feature variables were encrypted. Therefore, the descriptions was not known. Lastly, the target variable was numeric discrete type. There were more than 10 unique values in the target variable. So just looking at the file, it was not equally possible to decide whether it will be a categorical or continuous variable. Basically, I had to do a detailed analysis to finalize whether to build a classification or a regression model. What approach is the best to decide which type of model needs to be built in such case? Feel free to leave a comment on this also. Talking about the time that was given to me to complete this test, any guess? How many days or hours do you think is a good time frame for this take home test? Well, I got only 5 hours to complete both the questions along with the document preparation. I received this test on Saturday morning 9 a.m. in my inbox and I replied by 1:30 p.m. with the solution, code and readme file. Let's discuss dataset solution approach and code in the next video. Please comment if you have any questions. Till next meeting, have a happy learning.